Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Imran. I'm a UK and international tax specialist. Once again, I'm here with another interesting video. In this video, I will be covering the basis period reforms. So the basis period reform has been introduced from April 2024, which means the current year basis rule has been abolished, which will not be applicable moving on from April 2024. So this video is with illustration and example, which will make it very easy for the viewers to understand the concept. Once your concept is clear, you can do well in exam and in practice. I suggest you do not skip any part of this video because there are lots of useful information which will benefit you. Also subscribe to my channel because I'll be making more interesting video like this. I have already uploaded video which covers employment taxes in the UK, corporation tax, capital allowances, current year basis, opening year rules and the closing year rules, how to relieve overlap profit. I'll be making more videos which cover partnership, how the rules around the partnerships, also capital gain taxes, inheritance tax, VAT, financial reporting and financial management. The basis period reform is highly tested in ACCA, ACCA and CTA exam, also tested in practice. So these reforms will be definitely tested in your exam. So this video is with illustration which will make it very easy for the viewers to understand the concept. Now, very important, because I already uploaded two videos which explain the current year basis and the closing year rules. However, from April 2024, the current year basis will be abolished and replaced with the tax year basis of assessment. So you'll be assessed based on the profit between 6th of April to the 5th of April. Because the current year basis were complex, now this will make it very easy moving on. So under the new rule, the trader will be subject to tax on their profit arising in the tax year regardless of their accounting period. Remember, a trader can choose any accounting date, so then they'll have to choose from 6th of April to 5th of April. However, if they do so, there will be complexity. They need to make some apportionment. So therefore, it will be advisable for them to choose an accounting date that ends on 31st of March. Now, this rule has been introduced from April 2024, which falls in 2024-2025. However, the 2023-24 tax year is a transitional year, or the year of change, so in which the trade switch from the current year basis to the new tax year basis. So in this year, the basis period will be made of two different elements. I will show you with illustration. Do not panic. So there will be two elements, a standard part being the normal basis period, that is the 12 months following the end of the basis period of 2022-23, and transitional part running from the end of the standard part to 5th of April 2024, so, or 31st March 2024. I will show you with illustration which will make it very easy for you. Now, because of this reform, the business will be required to bring in account an additional amount of profit running from the end of their normal basis period to the end of 2023 to 24 tax year. So two measures are allowed to reduce the impact of this. Now, some of your profit or some of the trader profit will be taxed twice, especially in transition year. So therefore, HMRC introduced two further measurements to reduce the impact. So business can deduct an overlap relief they have from additional transitional part profit, and any remaining transitional profit can then be spread over a period up to maximum 5 years. So I will show it you with illustration. Now, this is illustration 1. Emily has year end 31st of October, so it's different than from 6th of April to 5th of April, and has overlap profit of 6,000. Her profit is as follows. So 31st of October 2022, she has a profit of 12,000. 31st of October 2023, 18,000. 31st of October 2024, 30,000. 31st of October 2025 is 40,000. So this assumption based on each tax year. So remember, in 2022-23 is always on the current year basis, unless there's a business just started. So the business has been existed from quite a long time. So 2022-23, the profit will be taxed on the result till 31st of October 2022, which is 12,000. However, this 31st of October 2023 that ends in 2023 and 2024 years. So now the rules, because this is a transition period, so there will be slightly complexity. I will explain to you on the following slide. Now, illustration 1 continue. If there would be no reform, Emily would have been taxed in 2023-24 based on the result till 31st of October on the current year basis 18,000. However, because of the reform, the 2023-24 is a transition year. Because of this reform, she will be assessed on the profit of standard part plus her transition profit. So the profit of transition part after overlap relief and spreading. Now, this is just a basic result. Some businesses are very large, even some of the partnership, they're making millions of profit. So then it will make it very difficult for them to pay huge amount of tax. So the HMRC is saying is normally the overlap relief you're getting in the closing year, you get the relief for overlap profit. So in this one, in transition period, so you will take an account the result till 31st of October 2023, 18,000 pounds. Then because the result, it should be based on the year-to-year basis, on the tax year basis from 6th of April to 5th of April. So there is a 5 months gap. So there is a 5 months gap. So November, December, January, February, March till 31st March 2024 or 5th of April 2024. So then you need to take into account 5 months more profit from the accounting period that ends on 31st of October 2024. So 5 divided by 12 multiplied by 30,000. So that is just additional taxation. However, the HMRC, because of the reform basis, HMRC allows you to deduct the overlap profit. So from 12,500, you deduct 6,000. That give you 6,500. Then HMRC said to you, okay, we give you further relief, split this profit over 5 years, or it will be taxed over the period of 5 years to avoid extra burden. Sometimes because the income tax rate are crazy, 20%, 40%, and 45%. For some people, this will be very like a hardship. So the HMRC is saying, okay, deduct any overlap profit. Usually the overlap profit on the old year, on the old rule basis, the overlap profit will be released in the closing years or the year of cessation. However, because of the transition or because of the reform, so in the transition period, the HMRC allows you to have a relief for overlap profit. And then any profit left after overlap claim, you can spread it over the period of 5 years. So in this case, the total taxable profit is, so 18,000 plus 1,300 give you 19,300. Now it's time to deal with 2024-25. Remember, we're saying is that because of the basis period reform from April 2024, a trader will be assessed based on the result from 6th of April to 5th of April. So there will be no current year basis. So remember, for the accounting period that ends on 31st of October 2024, the 5 months worth profit was assessed in the tax year 2023-24, which is a transition period. Now we take another 7 months from the same accounting period to make a complete 12 months. So 7 divided by 12 multiplied by 30,000. But because under the new rule, a trader will be assessed from 6th of April to 5th of April. So in this case, we assessing 7 months profit of 31st of October 2024. We need to take another 5 months to make it till 5th of April, because from October there's a 5 months gap. Under the new current year basis reform, the trader will be assessed from 6th of April to 5th of April. So we assess till October 2024. Then we take another 5 months to make it till 5th of April 2025. So we take the results of the accounting period that ends 31st of October 2025. We take another 5 months. So we add it to the 7 months profit of 31st of October 2024. And then if you recall, in transition period, there was a spread. So we taxed 1,300 in the previous tax year. We will take another 1,300 and we will tax in this tax year, and then the remaining will be spread over the next 3 years, because the spread is allowed for the 5 years. So please note that the legislation required apportionment on a day basis. However, for simplicity, you can use months. Illustration number 2. Now, assume Emily has the following results for 31st of October 2022 with a profit of 25,000, 31st of October 2023 with a profit of 30,000, 31st of October 2024 a loss of 15,000, 31st of October 2025 24,000. She has an overlap profit of 6,000 based on each tax year. So the 2022-23, because there were no reforms that time, so profit will be assessed on the results till 31st of October 2022. There will be 25,000. Now the complication arises in the transition year, which is 2023 and 24. So I will explain to you how to deal on the following slide. Once again, 2023-24 is a transition year. So under the new rules, 2023-24 will be assessed on the profit of standard part plus Emily transition profits. What is transition profit? Profit of transition part after overlap relief and spreading. So Emily will be assessed for the profit till 31st of October 2023, which is 30,000. However, under new rule, a trader will be assessed on the profit from 6th of April to 5th of April. So she will be assessed till 31st of October 2023. So there is a gap of 5 months. So November 2023, December 2023, January 2024, February 2024, and March 2024. So there's a 5 month gap. To cover the gap, we will take the result for the period, for the accounting period that ends on 31st of October 2024. So for that period, there was a loss of 15,000. So 5 divided by 12 multiplied by 15,000, so 6,250 plus the overlap relief, because the overlap relief always also reduce profit. So that is because HMRC giving you relief for, so under the old rules, the overlap relief you get in the year of cessation, or when you change the accounting reference date. However, under the new basis reform or the current year basis reform, so you get a relief in the year of transition. So as a result, what will happen is Emily loss will increase, which is a good news for Emily. So the Emily loss will increase to 12,250, and then as a result, so 30,000 minus 12,250, so the total taxable profit of Emily is 17,750. Remember, spreading is not available as there's a trading loss in the transition period. So that spreading is only available when there's a trading profit in transition period. Then you can spread that profit over the next 5 years, or the current year plus the next 4 years. So you can spread it over the maximum 5 years. So the advantage of spreading is because if there is an individual who earns 48,000 or 47,000, so if you add more additional profits, so this will push his income to the higher rate zone. Or if individual who's earning 120,000 and then you add another 5,000, so as a result, he will be subject to 45% tax on the additional profit. So therefore, the spreading would help individual to lower their tax bill. I hope you understand this now. For 2024-25, again, the result will be based from 6th of April to 5th of April. So remember, 5 months worth losses were used in the previous tax year. So take another 7 months losses. So till 31st of October, so 7 divided by 12 multiplied by 15,000 losses. So then you can use 8,750 pound worth losses, and then takes, because it has to be complete 12 months till 5th of April. So we cover the period till 31st of October. Now to cover the gap between 31st of October till 5th of April 2025, we take another 5 months of worth of profit from the accounting period that ends on 31st of October 2025. So 5 divided by 12, and there's a profit of 24,000. So that's how you're going to deal. And there was no spreading because in the transition period there was a loss. So therefore, there was no spreading, so there was nothing brought forward. Finally, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Remember, once you have the knowledge, the examiner cannot trick you. You will also perform well in practice too. My aim is to give you confidence and knowledges you need for your exam and in practice. Hence, your chances of passing exam or the chances of employability will be high. Do not forget to share, like, and comments. Also hit the subscribe button because I will be making more useful videos like this to benefit. As I say at the beginning, I have plenty of videos on the YouTube which cover employment taxes, corporation tax, capital allowances. I'll be making more, and there's a video on the current year basis, closing year rules. I'll be making video to cover partnership, which is very important. Also making videos on capital gain taxes, inheritance taxes, VAT, financial reporting, and financial management. Now, thanks for watching. I wish you a very pleasant evening.